Okay. So hi everybody. My name is Diogo Duarte and I have Basco and me. So we're going to talk about doing B2B with headless e-commerce on the wood industry. You can scan the QR codes for if you have any questions at the end, but we'll also show this QR code at the end of the slide. So now, as I said, my name is Diogo Duarte. I'm the founder and CTO of ERP Gap. We are Odoo official partners in the US and the UK. We started in version 6 with GTK, and so we've been doing Odoo implementations for a while, and we've been doing mostly all types of industries and across several places, not only in the US and in the UK. We also have had the chance to work with lots of manufacturing companies, and especially wood manufacturing companies, some of them for high-end furniture, for make-to-order manufacturing, and some other industries which are for flooring or for decking or wood-related companies. So here we are talking about a customer, Gevenhout, started in 2002 by Dan Gavin. This project was one of our first projects with Wood Storefront, which now was renamed to Alokai. Even though they do 100 plus orders per week, it's a good example of not the most important thing, only the performance, but also for having a good way of showing your products to the customers. So they target the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium. They have a revenue of 7 million, 18 employees, and it's a growing brand on the wood market. Gevenhout does wooden planks. They are used for sidings and decks. They transform raw wood into plant finished planks, and they cut always raw wood for their clients. So it's freshly planed wood per each client. So I have here with me Bas Cohen. He was the person that did the project management on the client side. Not all clients have the resources to have a person dedicated to an ERP project and an e-commerce project especially. And so this customer really found Bas, and he helped them out being the single point of contact and worked together with us in the implementation of the project. First, before we talk about anything, what is the headless e-commerce? So headless is really a simple concept. You have a backend, and this backend is going to serve several different front ends. You can have the website, the e-commerce store, and you can have like a kiosk, or you can have a mobile app, or any other thing. The important thing is that all the data is stored on one backend, and then the front end is totally separate. Why did we came to this solution? We came to this because we started early with Odoo. We did we did e-commerce projects in version 11, and we found some issues, especially with long development cycles, and some developers, there were very good developers doing Odoo. They really didn't have the knowledge that you need for e-commerce. So if you're doing e-commerce, developers should know what is technical SEO, should know how to code for performance. There are some things that are difficult to do if you're a Odoo developer. You're trying to do lots of different apps, and you're trying to develop in different parts of the system, right? So it also brought us problems in the scalability of the server, and that also was a way of us trying to find something that would solve this kind of situation, right? And when I'm talking about monolithic e-commerce platform, this could be Odoo itself, or could be a WooCommerce system, Magento, Shopify, any other system that connects, having its own data source, and does a synchronization with Odoo. So it could be any of these situations. So how does it work? So as I said, Alokai, former Worcester front, now sits in the front of the browser. So when the client requests a page, for example, a product page, then Alokai will see if that page exists on the Redis cache that you see in red. If it does exist, it's going to serve it immediately, and it's going to store it with a timeout. Usually we use a timeout, but we can also invalidate depending on a certain request. So if it doesn't exist, then Alokai is going to query Odoo through a GraphQL interface. It's going to get the data that it needs, and it's going to store it on Redis and serve it to the browser. So next time it's going to be just between Redis and the browser itself, and so it's going to be much faster because Redis can handle millions of transactions. It's an in-memory cache system, right? About this project, yeah, as I said, it was the first project we implemented. We implemented with success, and we also did other projects afterwards. But we like it a lot because it's an example of a very successful B2B with the Headless Ecommerce platform. And when we started in the project, we had an existing Odoo server version 14 implementation. Some of the things evolved, and some of the customizations were simplified and enhanced. And the client itself had a B2B, B2C 60-40%. The goal would be to have more clients buying B2B to give them an incentive to go to the website and do the order themselves. So the focus was a lot on the customer, and this brought us through an holistic online on-site shopping experience, and Bas can explain you a bit more about this.
Yes, thank you. Yes, my name is Bas Koenen. I'm the project owner at Gevenhout. I'm very proud to present the website we've created. Diogo told about the architecture. I'd like to explain a little bit more. Alokai is just the front end. Oh, I have to do this. Alokai is just the front end. Odoo is the back end. It means everything, every business logic, every data, the whole database is Odoo. Alokai hasn't even a database. It's just the layer around. What does it mean? When a sales order is created, when a cart is created, something is put in the cart, a sales order is created. And also product template we use, everything is coming from there, the product attributes. When a client is created, a REST partner, payment providers, even really everything is inside Odoo. Nothing, everything is inside Odoo. Alokai is just the front end. As it is the front end, we created the architecture is such that you create a custom-made website. We started it from scratch. There was nothing. We started with a pixel design, and when there was consent about the design and the flows, we started creating the HTML design, and next we connected the dots in the end, connected the endpoints with the views, and there the website was created. When you have such an approach, you can build something which is really customer-centric. You build around the customer needs, and you build around the product really. You're able to create something really unique around your brand. Using such an architecture, you can build anything. There are no limitations, as there are. Yeah, you build from scratch, so you can do anything. This way, you can create a great user experience. There's also something important which we wanted for the Gevenhout website. I'd like to show you some of the pages. First of all, the category page. as we built from scratch, they could create anything. And what we've done is created something which has simplicity in every detail. So there's no distraction. We avoid any distraction, and straight to the point. This way also, because of this, we also created we call it dynamic subfilters. Based on the category chosen on the left side, on the menu side, subfilters are showed on the other side, and this way we are able to narrowing the search and also avoid all distractions. We are talking about customization. You're also talking about the product page. There it comes. There, what you have to do here is create a view really around the product and around the customer needs. What we've done here, you can see it at the bottom, and I can zoom in a little bit on it. Is showing the length of the wooden plank in a table. This is because when an end customer or a visitor on the website, he has his project and he chooses lengths based on the availability. And to avoid unnecessary clicks, we show it in the table, and you can just add something in the cart, and most of the time there are more lengths added to the cart. That's why. What we've done also here is showing the price per meter, because professionals think in prices per meter other than prices per piece. And also we did a square meter calculator here on the product page. Yes, let's go through to the checkout. What we've done here is optimize checkout. We have another header here, so this way we the users really focused on the checkout, and that's good for the conversion. And last but not least, we created more pages, but I want to show you the client portal. When the user logs in, he sees here his quotations, his orders, and his invoices. And this is also in the corporate style. So everything is really in the corporate style. Let's go through. When in the end there's a sales order created, and as we are a manufacturing company, we have to produce it. And what we do most of the time is make to order. When the client orders, then we start producing it. And also about Odoo implementation. We put everything in Odoo. Every piece of information is inside Odoo. That makes us have very tight processes and very efficient. And also that leads to a minimum lead time. Odoo makes it possible for Gevenhout to be very competitive because it is a all-in-one system, and we use it all. Then we have the key takeaways. As you know, probably, when you start implementing Odoo, you build a lot of customizations, and in the end you think it is needed, but really, as you know, probably you have to minimize it, because in the long run it will be more difficult to go to another version, and other problems can occur because of it. And also for the website part, B2B commerce is quite like B2C commerce. The B2B client also likes a very good experience on the website. you can think of it like your grandmother. She has to understand the website. It has to be very, very simple. Also for B2B. Sometimes people think the B2B client, he knows everything, but he knows probably more. But yeah, it's really about client convenience and also about the user experience. Really, keep it simple, and yeah, build a website around your customer, around your product. That's the things we've learned. Yeah, that's about our talk. We now have the Q&A.
No, but first, Bas, let me ask you some questions I have here saved for you.
Yes.
Why Odoo, and how did you found Storefront, now Alokai?
Yeah, first Odoo. Yeah, we pretty much liked Odoo because it was very flexible, and the barrier was very low to start with Odoo, other than other systems. And about Alokai, yeah, I was searching for a headless solution back at the time, and yeah, at the time it wasn't available, and I put a post on the Odoo forum, and then an answer came back that a month earlier there was a solution published, and yeah, that was the thing what I was searching for, really.
All right, and so what were the main challenges that you faced in the project?
The main challenges, yeah, what we've done is, yeah, we were the first website created with this combination, and yeah, we were really pioneering at the time, and also the checkout was a challenge to build. There was you know, quite some difficulties in that case.
All right, and did you accomplish your objectives, and in what sense?
Yeah, at the beginning we didn't have very clear objectives. We were just yeah, creating a website. We want to avoid typing over web orders from one system into another system. We were just copy pasting the design, really. But in time, yeah, what we actually did is creating a very strong foundation for e-commerce. In the beginning, the revenue grew slightly, but after 1 year, the revenue really began to grow, and yeah, so yeah, we accomplished the objectives.
And in terms of percentage of orders on the system,
yeah,
versus what you have now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Before we started, 10% of the orders were from the web, so 90% from quotation and stuff. And nowadays we do 54% of the orders are coming via the website.
I think that's a great thing. So, and how do you see the future for the platform now?
Yeah, we just migrated from Odoo 14 to 17, which is nice, and because we had this infrastructure, yeah, the website migration was pretty easy, and that although we had a lot of customizations, but for the future, what we want to do is to grow, and we want to grow this percentage web orders even further. We want everything available offline, also to be available online. So that means, yeah, we have to take a few more steps before we reach that, and yeah.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. We have some questions.
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
So I can read the questions
for
you. So, at what stage of is the manufacturing order created, in Odoo or in the e-commerce platform?
It is created when the sales order is created inside Odoo, if I understand the question well.
It is immediately created.
It's immediately created, yeah. There's still the people from the manufacturing, right after the web order is created, they can see the manufacturing order, so they can start creating it real time.
And could you explain how you structured the product items?
Yeah, we use attributes. Yeah, we have a wood. We have a species like oak or Douglas. We have things like a profile because we plane in profiles. We have profiles like a triple block profile and a plain board and yeah, things like that.
But yeah, but I mean that I think the important thing is that we are just using Odoo features for this, right?
Yeah.
Mostly. So just attributes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
attributes values.
Yeah,
So there's nothing outstanding there, right?
Yeah. Everything is out of the box. Yeah.
So there's another one. What were the phases of the project?
Yeah, at first we started a pixel design, and yeah, there was has to be consent about within the organization about the design, about the flows on the website. Next we created the HTML design, and after that we created the endpoints, and yeah, we connected the views with the endpoints. And then we had the first version of the website.
Now, what was the previous solution, and what was the main reason to move to Odoo?
Yeah. The previous solution we had the company processes were built in Microsoft Excel, and there was a separate custom-made website created by a web agency who used their own content management system.
And another is what was the biggest part of customizations?
The biggest of the Odoo implementation. What was the biggest part of the? Yeah, to fit the product in Odoo. Yeah, we made some. We didn't do it well the first time, and in the end we moved more to Odoo default really. And
yeah, I remember that one. So we removed quite a lot of customizations before starting the project, or even sometimes after.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another other question about the total effort. I mean, it was a while ago, I don't remember, but we had lots of stages, so I don't remember now. And there's another one that says what we see in the web is that Odoo web frontend. No, it's really Alokai frontend that you see on the web right now. So yeah. Odoo e-commerce platform itself is being used only the data model, but the storefront is really Alokai, former full storefront. Yeah, and I think that's all. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.